So Lou, OTT, everyone's talking about it. It's becoming pervasive. What are the challenges to monetization in your opinion, or where do things stand?
So I think the big challenge for content owners is really deciding on what revenue model sort of is best suited for their audience. And in some cases, you have these ravenous fan bases that will pay for content, and in other cases you're highly dependent on advertising revenues. But I think there's a unique opportunity in leveraging some of the capabilities that OTT delivers, right? Where now you can understand who your audience is, right? You can slice and dice the demographics, and you can deliver a much more targeted advertisement and sponsorship, but also personalized content that you were unable to deliver when it was just a desktop video world.
So some people, say that Nielsen doesn't really monitor it. It's nascent in terms of Nielsen or what would be traditional television numbers. Is that a problem, or?
No, I think Nielsen had a different approach. I think the technologies and the analytics that are available today are much more sophisticated than what was available when Nielsen used their sampling sort of data protocols. Now, there's ways to measure, there's ways to capture information about the end user, and you can know in real time how many people are actually watching your program through companies like Akamai, for example. I mean, they give you the analytics and information in real time as to how many people are watching. So there's no illusion as to how large your audience is at any particular time. In real time how many people are watching your program.
Cool. And tell us about WorldNow, what you guys are doing, how big, what the company does, the scope of it, and where things might be going over the next year.
So for the last 15 years, WorldNow has been principally focused on serving the needs of local broadcasters. So these are broadcasters who traditionally delivered their linear feeds free to air or over an MSO satellite, or other MVPD. Today, they have the ability to deliver their content to all these disparate connected devices. What WorldNow has built is the only unified platform. They provide both a CMS and an OVP. So they enable these local broadcasters and the operations folks to manage their desktop, right? So it's desktop publishing, but we also provide all the OVP capabilities. So to be able to take and curate their linear feed into video on demand, or publish it sort of live on their desktop, and now extend that to an OTT world where you're delivering content to mobile and tablet and other IP connected devices.
And the monetization opportunities for the local TVs is what? Is it just to sell more ads? Is it subscription based? What are their opportunities?
It's principally advertising. Again, that's what makes WorldNow unique. So in addition to all the workflow and software and services that we provide, we also have an extensive advertising team, in New York that understands how to sell national. I mean, keep in mind, we support 400 local broadcast sites across the country. We probably see 93% of the U.S. households. So our ability to be an overlay on their, let's call it Unwired Network, gives us a unique advantage to being able to sell national and also help our customers sell local. So in addition to being a software and service sort of provider, we also provide other soft services like managed services and advertising to support the monetization of that content for local broadcasters.
And then finally, looking into your crystal ball about OTT, you have a very interesting background, providing OTT services to churches, to the world, to sports, professional sports. Now local TV. Where is OTT going in terms of its relationship to broadcast TV, and also perhaps the emergence of, we see Netflix, we see the ad-free model emerging. How do you see things shaking out?
For OTT, I don't think OTT supplants traditional television, right? I think these are multiple touch points. In the same way that an independent content producer delivers their content on YouTube and then syndicates that content to any number of sites, I think they're just all touch points, right? It's a big funnel. So you're still going to have your traditional television. You're going to have OTT providers that can build a successful subscription following by delivering direct to consumer, and then you're going to have your whole desktop delivery audience. And I think all of those together as an amalgamation of pieces is going to make up your audience of the future. I think there's going to be an element of cord cutting in favor of individuals subscribing to highly specialized content offerings. But at the same time, for the near future, I think these are all just touch points, for content owners to build brand, to build visibility, and to drive ultimately their business model, whether that's subscription or advertising or transactional video on demand if that's the business model that they're pursuing.